here we are again. This is Melissa from S.P.I.R.I.T, and we are investigating a really sweet family's home here in the greater Sacramento area. The occupants are opting to not be on film today, but you will hear their voices in the background, and they will give us some validation in that way. But we're just trying to give them some answers, just some confirmation of the energy of their home and their space, confirming who is or isn't here, making sure things stay positive, light, and that protective energy that is important to the family. And we want to make sure that they feel validated in their experiences and the things they might pick up on or feel from time to time. And we actually did an investigation for some relatives of them a couple years ago. I kind of remember the investigation a little bit, like bits and pieces, or as they were reminding me. But I really still don't know much about this family, their experiences, their loved ones on the other side. I don't have that information yet, but I'm really looking forward to exploring the space, seeing what's here, what's going on. And of course, something that's very important to me and also to our clients is my favorite part of any investigation is the blessing. We are going to bring that light and that energy back up in the space and make sure that they are left with the wonderful home that they deserve and that they need. We just want them to be at peace in their own space and feel safe in their own space. Initially, as I was starting to open, I felt this energy of this older gentleman, and he was kind of putzing around in the background a little bit, maybe in his 70s, maybe give or take, somewhere in that range. He might be showing me a little younger than he actually was, and I keep feeling a lot of throat discomfort and like neck pain and a little bit of abdominal pain with one of the souls in the house. There seems to be an older female, probably somewhere in her 80s, that's kind of wandering around. And another male, I want to say he's probably in his 60s that I'm picking up on. There's just these souls that are kind of popping in and out, but they're kind of looking around like, is it okay? Can we do this? And they're kind of engaging me very cautiously. One of them, somebody had something with the head. There's a head trauma or something painful with the head. Whether it's, or it could have been maybe stroke or dementia or something with the brain going on. I'm feeling something a little off with one energy. There does feel like there's some animal energy in the space as well, besides the living animals. So I think that we're going to encounter some different energies as we kind of walk along, through the space. But it feels positive in here. It feels good. It feels like there's a lot of love in the home. It feels like there's a lot of peace and light already in the space. And then it's, just adding to it kind of is all the better. I'd like to really get some answers for them and see what we have. But I'm definitely getting a lot of physical sensations from the other side today. They're really hitting me hard. I keep getting smacked in the side of the head, not in a mean way, but like they're showing me pain on the side of the head constantly. And I don't know what it is, but it really hurts. And somebody just keeps grabbing their chest. They're just grabbing their chest and like I can't breathe. Like it's a suffocating feeling. Something's going on with the chest with one of these energies as well. So they're really trying to make themselves known, but they're not being mean about it, if that makes sense. So we'll wander the space, do a walkthrough, and see what we have. She was so excited about her visit that she laid a batch.
The turtle laid some eggs.
And this is our co-investigator. Looks like a little ghost, but she's not.
Hi, Sasha.
Her name is Sasha, and she's very cute. And so she's going to help us with our exploration. Yeah. There is a beautiful and lovely preponderance of Dia De Los Muertos in the house, which
Paranormal investigator that doesn't know what that means should go home.
Which does also invite ancestors to be part of their existence. That obviously is a very cultural and spiritual thing, but it does help invite the positive ancestral energy to be there, to be part of their lives, to protect them, and so they're never forgotten. This one in the chest is nailing me hard. Some of the left side of the body just isn't right. This one particular soul, he's average height. His hair's a little thinner. Very smart guy. Very stubborn. Very set in his ways. But also a very protective force to the space. Yeah. I'm feeling a profound inability to breathe, like an asthmatic response or problems with breathing or asthma, allergies being like a big concern, something with the body where things aren't as easy to... Stomach pain and breathing pain are both hitting me in here, and my lower back hurts quite a bit in this space. Just trying to listen to them. The older female, she seems to go room to room. She seems to visit every room. And this may be her discomfort that I'm feeling. So let's try the next room. So I'm not positive with her on this. She's like showing me multiple things. So we have a Raider fan. Raiders. This is a sensation of feeling, picking up, seeing stuff on the other side. Intense dreams. The dreams feel really interesting in this space. I see this older gentleman, little broad-shouldered, maybe in his 60s, and very, very kind soul. Didn't pay attention to his body though, didn't listen to his body at all, ignored his body. There's a bit of a self-confidence battle. Dealing with feelings of adequacy, inadequacy, balancing it out, finding their voice, finding their confidence. I also feel that energy in this space as well. Just kind of figuring stuff out. Who am I? Where do I belong? What is my mission? What am I supposed to be doing? Multiple people in this house can see or hear them, the other side. They're saying that this is maybe something that is ignored, possibly, but is a capability of somebody or multiple somebodies in this house. Yeah, there's something in the background that's not coming forward yet. They're being quiet, they're being very cagey, and I don't know why. They're just like, I don't think I'm supposed to do this, I don't think I'm supposed to do this. They're nervous about stepping forward. For whatever reason, they're not feeling like it's time to talk yet. So I need to like try to encourage them a little bit. Somebody had a really uncomfortable, untimely death. There's something with like something, I see like stuff shattering. They just don't want to come through. I don't know why. Figure them out in a minute. One dead person at a time. I go where they lead me. What is that feeling in this space? Stomach hurts a little bit in here. A little bit of digestive problems. Untapped intelligence is what they're telling me. untapped intelligence. There is a brilliance or an intelligence that is not being utilized to its fullest capacity or potential with somebody, a living person. The other soul that keeps following in the far background does seem like a male. This death was pretty violent, because I keep hearing a lot of sounds that are not pleasant.
What kind of sounds?
Just a little bit of screaming, a little bit of... Then I see a lot of blood. But again, nothing here feels negative or dark. There's no like dark entities. There's none of that going on. This could just be somebody somewhere in the lineage that had, a pretty, I would say, like an accident or some sort of something where there's like breakage of something, both physical on the body, but also like either a vehicle or something nearby or window or something, because I keep seeing glass.
And you were getting that in the other room too. Are they related? Is it the same?
It's same soul.
Okay.
And they just keep following me, but they won't show me everything. And I don't know who this is. But the head pain is so constant. I keep getting slammed in the head. There is just a lot of protected. That older female, she's really a busybody through the entire house. She's like, okay, well, everything, this is how it's supposed to go. This is what we're supposed to do. This is, no, you do it the old-fashioned way. You do it the hard way. She's very meticulous and very matriarchal. So this could be like grandmother, great-grandmother, that kind of vibe. She is just like always pestering at everybody and making sure everybody's got what they need. Are you hungry? Are you thirsty? And make sure you clean up after yourself. There's a lot of love, but a lot of discipline with her. So she's very energetically present. And then the one older male, he seems to be very present as well. I just keep seeing a little bit darker hair, but then it like maybe got a little salt and pepper kind of color to it at some point in his life. And he's smiling, and he's just fun, and there's a lot of, but he just kind of wants to do his own thing. He's like, oh, okay, all right, let me just relax. Let me just kick back for a minute. He just wants to have a, calm time and just like doesn't want to be pestered. But maybe he'll talk to us, through one of the devices. Mm-hmm. So I guess we'll kind of see what we find. So we did a little bit of a walkthrough just with the intuitive sense. We're going to break out the meters here in a second and kind of see if there's any validity to some of the things that I felt. But we wanted to get some validation from our occupants on anything that I've felt or picked up in either the intro or through the walkthrough. Did anything resonate to any of you guys, either about your own energy from your spaces, about the living, or any of the spiritual energy? Did anything stand out to you so far?
In my bedroom, the second bedroom,
Mm-hmm.
they said that resonated with what goes on in that bedroom.
Okay.
The first bedroom as well.
Mm-hmm.
As well as my daughter's room. So there were a couple of things that we instantly were like, okay, I think I know who that is. But then there were a couple that I have no idea.
Yeah. And that actually makes sense to me.
Okay.
Because I will pick up on ancestral energy, stuff that could be 2, 3, 4 generations back, as well as ancestors that, you or people that you are related to that you would recognize. And also the stuff about your own selves that I picked up on, your experiences, your own personalities and feelings. I will pick up on every one of those layers. So it sounds like some of it, you could definitely identify. The stuff that we're not sure about, that's perfectly fine. I mean, it could be transient energy coming through, or it could just be the fact that, again, it could be ancestral or something that, hey, if it's great, 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 whoever, we're glad they're helping you out. We're glad they're protecting you guys. But maybe we don't know what their name is today. And that's okay. Is there anything specific you wanted to identify that you're comfortable with? Or it just kind of in general, you felt there were some really good things that just kind of sounded like both, like you said, your personalities, but also deceased people you might know?
I definitely think you pinpointed my grandmother.
Oh.
And possibly my grandfather, if not maybe his father.
Oh, okay.
wasn't sure yet. It
Mhm.
kind of could go both ways.
Mhm.
So I thought maybe as it continues, we can more validate. Do you guys have anything you'd like to?
I mean, I have the same exact feelings. Like, it seemed like you picked up, I don't know if you picked up on two older gentlemen. One, it's kind of sounded.
I did feel like two
Yeah.
different men, yeah.
But their ages would more lean towards my mother's side of the family.
And sometimes they'll present to me at a younger or an older age, depending, sometimes it's the age they should be now. Sometimes it's the age when they passed. Sometimes they're just giving you their favorite age. That, like his dad will come through at age 50, but, he passed when he was 81. That will happen sometimes too. So it's also their personality and their energy. And then, of course, if we get some validation on some of the equipment, that goes in tandem with what I was picking up. But it sounds like you might have recognized a couple of the souls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so more like what she was saying, like it could, I mean, I've always personally felt like her grandmother was here.
Mm.
Yeah.
I never met her in life. She had passed before I was born.
Yeah.
But, like, I always felt a presence here that was, like, warming and protective. And so when you were describing that as the woman who was kind of, like, nurturing and busybody. And
she's trying to help, She seems really
You
nice.
really described my mother, but it's also my grandmother's same traits as well.
Then that makes sense why I would feel it so strongly, is because it's that layered of both sides of the veil with that energy and that kind of vibration. So that makes a lot of sense to me. Well, I'm glad that so far it's resonating pretty well with you guys.
Yeah.
It's making a lot of sense. If there are specific souls or energies that you want to target, or there are people that, you're like, hey, why aren't you coming through? We can poke and prod them a little bit, with love, gently, and try to bring souls forward, whether you have items that belong to them or things like that. Or, as we do a walkthrough with the meters, you could say, hey, I was also wondering about so-and-so. We could try to see if they'll be willing to come forward. It really is ultimately up to them as the transition soul, if they want to take the time away from their, afterlife to spend a few minutes talking to us. So, because I feel like there's more. I really do. I know that there's more. I just, sorting them all out in the soup of energy so far is just it's a little bit challenging. Because I hear a lot of echoes of the past and just, it's like generation after generation after generation. It's very layered energetically in here.
Wow.
In a good way, though. It's like, it's a big family reunion, almost, is how I see it. Like, there's only a handful of people here, but I literally feel like the house is full and buzzing with love and energy and excitement and, people laughing and glasses clinking. And, like, there's a lot of excitement is how I'm seeing it. So I think they're all kind of here for the party. Whether they talk to me or not, hey, that's going to be up to them. They're just here to enjoy it.
We do throw a lot of family parties.
Oh, do you? Okay.
We have annual Christmas parties.
Oh.
We just because it's summer.
Just because, yeah.
Because family has definitely spent a lot of time in this house.
Okay.
There is somebody very particular I'm hoping to hear from.
Okay. We can definitely try to encourage that soul to come through. Sometimes my spiritual antenna just isn't hearing their frequency, and we have to push at them a little bit. If you do, and, if for some reason they don't want to, come forward organically to me, if you end up having, like, a picture or a personal item of theirs that I can, like, tune into their energy a little deeper, then we can spend some time on that as well. But we can start with a meter sweep, see if we pick up anything along the way through that, if my intuition kind of beads in on anything else, and then we'll just kind of go from there.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
All right.
Cool.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
Sounds good.